All right, today we are going to be talking about axes, quadrants, and coordinates. So we're going to be looking at our graphs. Make sure you guys are writing this down in your notebooks so that you can follow along and look at them later. Let's start by drawing our axes. You have two axes. One's vertical or straight up and down, and one is horizontal or left to right. Okay, make sure you put arrows on the end of your axes because they do keep going forever and ever even if we don't see it. You have two different axes. The first one, or the horizontal one, is called your x-axis, and the vertical one is called your y-axis. Make sure anytime you draw a graph that you label those. Those two axes split your graph into 4 quadrants. The top right one is called quadrant 1, and we have to use Roman numerals when we label these, so it really looks like an I. Then you go counterclockwise, so quadrant 2 is in the top left, quadrant 3 is in the bottom left, and quadrant 4 is in the bottom right. When we get to coordinates, we have to start looking at what the point is. Okay, sorry for that interruption, but your x and y axes, when we look at them, we have to have a scale on them so we can name our coordinates. So when we do that though, this right side is going to be all positive numbers for the x-axis, and to the left will be negative numbers for the x-axis. For your y-axis, as you go up, that's going to be positive numbers, and as you go down, that will be your negative numbers. So you'll want to make sure you have your numbers labeled on there. Oh, hold on again. Okay, sorry for that delay, but if you come over here and just draw another quick set of axes, make sure you label y is the vertical, x is the horizontal. I want to label my scale too, so that would be 1, 2, 3, 4. I can go higher if I want to, but I ran out of space. And I'm going to label all 4 quadrants like this. So my y-axis, as I go left on my x-axis, remember it's negatives. So I have -1, -2, -3, and -4. And then as I go down, that's also negative. Oh, there you go. All right, once you have it scaled, we can put some points on there and we can actually talk about their coordinates. So if I put a point right here, try to match yours to mine, I'm going to call that point A. When I do its coordinates, I write them as an ordered pair. And so they're in parentheses, the x, comma, and then the y. So when I look at my point A, my x coordinate, so looking along that x-axis, is 1. So that's going to go first. My y coordinate is 3. And I can keep doing that if I put a point over here in quadrant 2. We're going to call that point B. And first I'm going to look at my x-axis. That point lines up with the -2. For the y-axis, it lines up with the +1. So that's what goes there. And you can do that for all 4 quadrants. Any point you put anywhere, just make sure you look at the axes to see where they line up.